So, this is just going to be another take on Daredevil Born Again. It was too quick. It was too quick. 9 episodes, not enough. Just not. There should have been 18, like there was originally planned, and the pacing was just too quick. Way too quick. I think, personally, they should have waited for the strikes to be over and then made the original plan. I think it was 18 episodes. The pacing would have been better. It ruined kind of everything. It was just this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened. It wasn't a chance to just stop. Don't get me wrong, the original Daredevil wasn't the best at pacing either. It seemed like it was quite quick, but it wasn't as bad. Okay, there were some good things. Okay, don't get me wrong. I apologize for the hard edits. Still learning. There was some good things. The return of Wilson Bethel as Point Dexter and Bullseye. That was really good. You know, the season 3, they kind of brought him up as the next big bad, and it was nice to kind of see him return. But again, it was just too quick. And yeah, for those of you who don't know, Wilson Bethel played, I know I already said it, but he played the original, he was just Point Dexter in the original series. Didn't have the name Bullseye yet, but he's the one who dressed like Daredevil. And he's also Bullseye in season 1 of Born Again. This was one of the best things. Returning all the characters was nice. That brings me back to Foggy. If you don't know, spoiler, big spoiler, but it happened within the first 20 minutes of the show. Foggy dies. Alright? That brings me back to it's just too quick. I know a lot of the people still love the original series, and they still, know who Foggy is and that sort of thing. So it wasn't oh, it's a side character and then you don't get to know him. But when it has been 10 years, well, I guess 7 since it ended in, 7 since the last season. Excuse me. A lot of people didn't rewatch the show, right? I didn't rewatch the show until after I watched the first season of Born Again. And I feel like a lot of people didn't rewatch. And, not everybody has to. But those feelings for Foggy... Again, sorry for the hard edits. I know I should have put this picture a minute ago, but it's fine. But Foggy, when he died, I was just like, oh, that sucks. There wasn't that emotional connection anymore, and that's sad. That's really sad. And it all brings down to the episodes were too quick. And I feel like a lot of TV shows are starting to have this issue as of late. There was a time when all the actors used to talk about how TV shows took way too long to actually produce, and it kind of sucked. And now how in recent years they've been streamlining things, and now it you can get an episode done in half a day, and they just kind of get through. It's nice that it's become more streamlined and that actors have an easier time and things, but it's just when it goes by that quick, it's just, what did I even watch? You have to rewatch 2 or 3 times for things to really set in and to sink in. And even then, not everybody's going to do that. Overall, I liked the new series. It's fun. It has some good qualities. Like I said, I do love that they try to return all the original characters. Especially Point Dexter. He needed to come back. He really did. Muse should have been not just like a one episode. I know he was around for more than one episode, but he was a one episode problem. Let's be honest. He was he's bad. Oh, he's gone. It didn't really work out, if you ask me. I think Bullseye should have been the number one focus throughout the entire first season. And I feel like there should have been some time before Foggy got shot and just thrown back into it. I know that's kind of the starting point, but it was a lackluster starting point. Again, I know everybody still has feelings for Foggy, but that it doesn't give you the main, it doesn't give you that hurt when you haven't seen him in 7 years. If it's like if you tell somebody your cat died and they don't know your cat, oh, I'm sorry for you, but no hair off of my back. That's it. Otherwise, I think it was pretty good. Of course, the acting skills of all the actors and actresses, really good. I hope to see more of Karen come back. Right? That would be nice. This man is staring into my soul. Jesus. Also, I'm straight, but he is a very handsome man with a beard. Wasn't part of my script, but tell me what you think. Was it too fast paced? Was it just fast enough? Did the death of Foggy actually mean anything to you? Because it was just a shock, but it didn't really mean anything to me. The biggest thing I liked was Vanessa's journey. Honestly, how she took over. I think that also should have had quite a bit more time to go over. And to just really see how she fell into things. Especially because, at the end of season 3 of the original Daredevil, she started to get into Fisk's operation. So to see her... Actually, hold on. Give me a second. Ta-da! To see her actually go through... It should have had more episodes. I'm more emotionally attached to her than I am pretty much in any of the other characters as of right now in the show. But hey, it's just another take on the series. Let me know what you think. Seriously, I just have an opinion. Everybody has one. I'm sure mine's not right in some of your guys' eyes. So let me know. It's not a right or wrong. It's just a discussion. But thanks for listening. This is my longest video. I don't know. It's nice. Have a good one.